Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on WCBN Sports Radio. Tonight, we have the Michigan Wolverines against the Wisconsin Golden Gophers in a number 12 versus number 4 hockey match. This is a big game, folks. This is the final home series for Michigan. They, number 12, have a chance to upset a number 4 top 10 Big Ten opponent. It's going to be a special night, folks. Perry, what do you think?
Yeah, it should be a good one. Michigan coming off a series split at MSU, massive win at Mourtzinos Ice Arena where they got killed earlier in the year. Obviously suffered the massive loss, 6-1 at Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. Minnesota, 10 points ahead of Michigan in the Big Ten. Michigan hoping to bounce back from that rough January where they only went under 500 actually. So have started out February hot. Last time we saw them at Yost, beating Penn State 7-3 with 7 different players scoring goals for the Wolverines. I'm excited to watch this one, though. Minnesota's got no shortage of NHL talent. It's going to be a lot of NHL professional players on the ice here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be your play-by-play tonight, Carter Rupert, and this is my color, Perry Mourtzinos.
One thing I'm looking for to see in this one, right, is how can Michigan clear the zone? That's been a problem for them all year. Turnovers, costly in front of their freshman goaltender, Cameron Corpy. Logan Stein's been playing well, but hoping to ride Corpy here tonight. The thing that can kill an upset bid, right, in any sport is turnovers. Hockey's a massive part of that. Can Ethan Edwards, can Luca Fantilli, can Tyler Duke, can these Michigan defensemen be really, really smart against a Minnesota front line? As we pause for the anthem here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Big Ten hockey.
As we get set for face-off here, just a couple notes. Connor Kurth leading the Wolverines in points with 31. That third line of Kurth, Moore, and Wood is one to watch out for here tonight. And then obviously on the Wolverines side, Michael Hage, the freshman drafted by Montreal in the most recent NHL draft, but leading the Wolverines in points, has just been dominating Big Ten play, dominating non-conference play earlier in the year just with speed and his ability to use his quick hands and quick wrist speed to get some shots on goal. So that's going to be an interesting thing here tonight, but Wolverines are going to have a challenge here to try and solve the problem of Liam Soulier who is just allowed over 2 goals a year, or 2 goals a game for these Gophers, making this team just so much more dangerous.
In the Michigan goal, we have freshman Cameron Corpy. And on the Minnesota side, we have Liam Soulier.
Yeah, Wolverines opt for Corpy over Stein tonight. Been pretty similar all year long, just been a platoon.
Hughes with the puck, out into Fantilli. Fantilli shoots it up off the back of Minnesota side. Minnesota turning it the other way. Still in the middle. Minnesota's quite a ways to get out of it. Off the back of Michigan's side. Corpy looking to turn it back around. Up to number 13, Hughes.
Good shit by Hennessy.
Looking to open it up. Draper.
Good stick by Draper there to stop the chance from Hughlin, who was skating in kind of free.
Minnesota with an open lane. Sugarod.
Good save by Corpy there on the shot. Just, not a great spot to give up a shot there if you're the Wolverines defense, but Corpy, decent rebound control as well.
Edwards looking to shoot up. Minnesota recovers. Minnesota still on Michigan's side. Ralston looking to pass. Incomplete, off to the back of Michigan. Michigan with possession. Michigan moving up. That's Hallam. Hallam around back, surrounded by Minnesotans.
Good shot by Duke there from the point.
Duke with the miss. Duke again with the puck, shooting on goal, misses it. It's getting hot. Minnesota able to clear it out.
Yeah, Fantilli had a chance there to corral it, just wasn't able to do so.
Haig looking to stop Minnesota. Minnesota's on Michigan's side. Michigan with an incomplete pass to Minnesota, able to get it back on Minnesota's court. Minnesota moving up. Missed pass for Minnesota. Michigan has a chance to gain possession back of Michigan. Off to Felicio. Whitelaw passing it inside, back to Whitelaw. Whitelaw running it around back of Minnesota's side. Minnesota looking like they're back with the possession. Minnesota playing it safe, keeping it in their back.
Yeah, just Minnesota kind of just feeling out this Michigan team right now.
Trescott with a good opportunity to take control of the puck and to pass it back over. Beautiful pass to LaPont. LaPont struggling to get past the defender. It's passed. Whitelaw heading it over on the Minnesota side. Back of Minnesota. Clear for Minnesota to take up. Michigan looking to keep it on Minnesota. Michigan's keeping it hot. Minnesota's able to break away. That's Clark. Clark up the middle. Failed pass to Lamb. Minnesota keeps control. Missed pass to Lamb again. Michigan is back with control. Looking to pass it over the middle. Hughes. Michigan loses control. Minnesota keeps it. Still in the middle on Minnesota's side. Fantilli able to keep it back over. Every time the puck slips back, there's always a Michigan defender to keep it on Minnesota's side. Minnesota finds a break. Minnesota's up. Michigan regains possession. Michigan looking to pass it back up midfield. Michigan's looking free. Michigan's up the middle. Slaps by Fantilli. Does not make it in. Still Michigan's possession. Minnesota struggling to keep it out of their side of the court. Snugared looking to pass it out.
Good chance by Michigan there. Great shift from Evan Werner, able to gain entry into the zone and then set up Fantilli. Just the shot just went wide.
Powelson weaving between Michigan defenders. Michigan now has it back on top. That's Duke again. Duke passing it up the side. Pass Stapler. Minnesota back with possession. That's Rinzo. Rinzo unable to keep possession. Puck's in the air, back towards the middle. Haig misses it. Wood on Minnesota now has possession, passing over the middle. Michigan swarming him. Michigan decides to deflect it off the back. Michigan looking to clear it. Minnesota's playing a tough defense. Haig has a break. Back over Minnesota side, around the back again. Minnesota gets past half. That's Moore. Moore pass back to Kurth. Kurth with the attempted shot, blocked by Edwards' knee. Edwards attempted to pass it up. Tough defense by Minnesota. Minnesota has mostly cleared out of Michigan's side. Michigan now retains possession. Felicio getting it back on Minnesota's side.
Good hit by Edwards into the boards there to stop the Minnesota attack.
Minnesota still has it up the middle. Good deflection by Michigan. Goes over the top into the net above Michigan goal.
Yeah, LaPointe did a good job getting out there against Cal Thomas, this Utah Hockey Club draftee. Both teams just kind of feeling him out here as we've almost played 6 minutes in this period. But very conservative attack both from Michigan and Minnesota. Michigan just seems like they're just not trying to do too much right now. Playing a very, very solid defensive game. Minnesota doing the same.
We're going to face off from the left dot, Michigan side. Minnesota retains possession. Minnesota off the back of Michigan. Duke is there to pick it up. Not quite. Minnesota remains. It's number 19. Mittelstadt losing possession. Back in Michigan hands. Shifsky looking to pass. Covered by Minnesota. Duke with it. Looking to keep it in game. Hughes to Fantilli. Oh, just off the side. Wait a minute, off the back. Michigan score. Wrap around the net.
They're waving this off, though, Carter. I think they thought that it actually deflected out of play. Fantilli shot it in from around the point. Soulier made a save, and the puck might have deflected up and out as Ernesti was just able to grab it with his hand and then drop and put it in. Oh, he threw it in the net, actually. So they're calling a hand goal, no goal there for the Wolverines. Score stays 0-0.
Truscott, Michigan side. Struggling what to do with it. Passes it right to Minnesota. Back in Truscott's hands. Faulty pass. Tossed up the court. Michigan looking to get in the pass their side. That's Draper. Draper to Warner. A failed shot on goal. Michigan retains possession after Ramamullen. Another failed goal attempt. Minnesota now has command. Minnesota, that's Clark. Oh, good steal by Michigan. That's Edwards. Edwards with some excellent puck play. Not able to get it past the Minnesota defense. Michigan retains control. Hallam looking to wrap around the back. Michigan fighting to retain possession. Michigan retains. Michigan spending a lot of time over on this side.
Great stick by
Holland.
Hallam.
Michigan still retains possession. Minnesota cannot catch a break. Edwards to Haig. Hallam almost had a possession. Almost had a chance to score. And Michigan still has it. Haig. And another failed attempt by Michigan. Minnesota defense is playing out of their minds. Michigan still with possession. Both teams in the corner. Finally, Minnesota retains some control, but Michigan's in front of every step of the way, and that's Michigan control again. Fantilli now. Fantilli with a shot on goal, blocked by the goalie.
Juicy rebound, though, given up by Soulier. Michigan's been able to get something with that trailing defenseman all game. It was Fantilli now, that's his third time, but Ray Mullen got another chance off a pass from Draper. That defenseman just coming in from just behind the right dot, and between the right dot and the blue line, has had numerous chances, and Soulier lucky, fortunate that juicy rebound was given up and nobody from Michigan was home to put it back in.
Still 0-0. Faces from the right dot, Minnesota side. Michigan retains control. Felicio missing the pass. They have a break. Minnesota has a break. Shoot on goal.
Oh, great stop.
Beautiful block. Felicio trying to contain, trying to stop a disaster, fighting for it in the corner. No one has true possession of it yet. Michigan retains. Michigan to Hughes. Hughes up the corner. Hughes on shot. Another blocked shot. Beautiful defense by the goalie today for Minnesota. Haiti missed pass over to Minnesota. Moore now. An almost powerful double play by Minnesota. However, they could not complete it. Got a little too close to the goal. Michigan has possession. Michigan looking to move it upfield. Michigan on defense. Moore is streaking up the field. Beautiful pass. Minnesota retains possession. Wood fighting for possession on Minnesota. Werner has it on Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan kind of fortunate to get out of there without giving a goal. You had the Felicio whiff and the Zemer breakaway. Corby made two phenomenal saves. And then you leave Wood streaking through the slot, and Corby had to make another save on that one to keep this game scoreless.
Right now, puck is on Minnesota side. However, they have retained control. Edwards is able to snag it away, pass it to a Michigan player. Draper. Nevers. Minnesota still with a shot on goal. They have lost their opportunity. Michigan returns. Moldenhauer. Up the ice. Minnesota have now gotten possession. Minnesota with a failed pass to Falloon. Michigan able to regain.
Yeah, both teams still kind of just feeling each other out. Minnesota's kind of come back. Really, since we had that first stoppage and played much better, aided by Felicio's whiff, that's kind of switched momentum. But both teams really, we haven't seen a great chance from either side.
Over Michigan side. Clark and Duke fighting for it.
You get
play is
icing
called
here.
dead.
You get icing here. Duke won the race back there with Clark. And now, right, offensive zone face-off. You got to put a good line out there to try and do something. For Michigan, it looks like it's going to be the LaPointe line. So LaPointe is Stapa, Whitelaw. Stapa, one of the older statesmen on this team, which has really gotten a lot of freshman production. You hope that maybe this can turn the tide here as well.
To the left out, Minnesota side. Michigan now has it. Mullen. And a beautiful catch with Soulier.
Yeah, good save by Soulier. Relatively easy one. Shots coming from the point. Nobody in front to screen him. Just saw it all the way, tracked all the way, let it come into his pads, and made the easy save. I mean, he's had to face, more work than Corby has as of right now, but I would argue, Corby's come up. The two big save on the Zemer breakaway, one with his left pad and the other one with basically his left skate, didn't even get a pad. So both sides playing very conservative, smart hockey right now. But I expect this game to open up here as we cross, just about 8 minutes left in this period.
Michigan with 6 shots on Minnesota's goal. Minnesota with 4 on Michigan's. Minnesota has certainly had problems clearing it out of their side.
Minnesota just doesn't make many mistakes from the defensive end. Yes, they have had trouble clearing it. There was that one phenomenal shift, really by Hage and Werner. That was just really, really inspired hockey. I'm sorry, by Halem entering the zone along the right boards. But since then, Minnesota just has been able to clear the zone pretty effectively, get entry into the zone, have had a couple odd-man rushes. Michigan just needs to watch that a little bit better. And I don't know if that was Brandon Naruto, the Michigan head coach's game plan to kind of pinch these defensemen a lot, because that's what we've seen. We saw it with Fantilli. We saw it with Ray and Mullen. Obviously, that's great on the offensive end, and they certainly have offensive players. Luca Fantilli, Ethan Edwards, maybe the 2 best offensive defensemen in the country. But that does lend yourself to, on-man rushes on the other side, which we saw with the Felicio whiff. We saw it earlier with Wood streaking down the slot on a pass that he got from Hendrickson. So expect that to be something to watch as well.
The game's back on. Minnesota's puck. A scrum in the back of Michigan's court. Lamb of Minnesota has control. Beautiful passing by Minnesota, looking to pass it upfield. Michigan retains. Corpy passing it up. Whitelaw of Michigan. Truscott fighting for it.
Yeah, good idea by Truscott there, just to throw something on net, looking for Whitelaw. No one's home, though. Soulier was in great position, but right idea there by Truscott, who, isn't certainly the most offensive defenseman on this team, but the captain, emotional leader of this squad.
Michigan retains possession. It failed past the Hughes. Could have been a massive play. Now Minnesota's puck. Beautiful attempt by Powelson on Minnesota, however caught by Michigan.
Yeah, good glove save by Corby. Paulson kind of got into the slot, but not too dangerous. Michigan had their wits about them. Really has just, again, conservative game on both sides. I'm looking for somebody to open it up. And for Michigan, that player has to be Michael Hage. It's got to be TJ Hughes. One of your your top 2 line centers for Minnesota. You're looking at guys like Hugan. You're looking at guys like Paulson. But these defensemen, we've already seen it with Chesley. We've saw Kessler be involved. So those 2 guys also hoping to kind of spark the attack if you're rooting for the Gophers here tonight.
Moore and Draper face off. Minnesota retains possession on Michigan side. That's Werner. Michigan. Edwards passes it up. Werner to Haiti. Minnesota's able to recover on Michigan's side. Edwards fighting for it. Michigan gains possession. Werner up the court. Werner to Truscott. Back to defense. However, a botched pass. Wood of Minnesota. Michigan returns.
Yeah, it's going to be a penalty here coming up on Draper. Looks like some type of boarding penalty. I don't know if Draper slipped. It was a little behind the play and took Wood into the boards with him. We're going to have to see what the call is here, but regardless, Draper's going to head to the box. Michigan's going to be shorthanded. Holding is the call, so held him on his way down. Certainly was one of the two, but regardless, now you're dealing with a Minnesota power play, right? 23.4% success rate. Michigan's penalty kill has been very, very efficient. Pretty obvious penalty there from Draper as we kind of see the replay behind the play. But let's see what Minnesota can do. Now, this is a spot where, you know, Michigan's just going to have to clear the puck, get the puck out of the zone, not play with it in their own defensive zone.
Warren Hughes facing off, left dot on Michigan. Minnesota wins. Rinzel. Rinzel Moore! Just missed the goal. More possession. Minnesota, Michigan. Fighting. Hughes has a chance to take it. Rinzel, however, of Minnesota now has it. Rinzel has possession. Michigan side. Rinzel attempting a shot on goal. Wasn't successful, however, Minnesota retains the ball. Rinzel with it again.
Good save by Corpy there from the right face-off dot. Michigan needs a clear soon. You know, they need a clearer freeze there. Corpy gave it to him. But Minnesota did a really nice job puck retrieval behind the net off the boards. Wood swung it around a couple times over to Lamb. And then, you know, the best chance was the Wood. It was back behind the net. It was a little pass off the boards. Went right to Moore, but Corpy able to recover.
Estapa versus Moore. Right side, Michigan dot. Minnesota retains. Minnesota, that's Rinzel. Up to Wood.
Great stick from Truscott there. Wood was kind of coming in clear. Not only did he make the initial one, he also got the clear. Great play by Jacob Truscott.
Now over on Minnesota's side, fighting behind Minnesota's net. There's still a scrum. Minnesota retains possession. It's Snuggerud. Truscott passes it up.
Great last 20 seconds from the Michigan penalty kill. You had the Truscott kill, or you had the Truscott clear, excuse me, and then you had Marcus Stop on the forecheck, wasting some more time. This has been a very, very solid kill for the Wolverines thus far.
Koster fighting to keep possession. Puck in the crowd.
Good stick by Edwards. Michigan's did a nice job there, not letting Minnesota enter the zone. Did an earlier job there, not allowing dangerous shots. 30 seconds left on this power play. So for Minnesota, you know, two good opportunities as Halem's going to take the draw here. But good start for the Michigan penalty kill.
Clark versus Hallam. Michigan successful. Hallam with the puck. Hallam throwing it all the way to Minnesota's side. Minnesota now with possession.
Great clear there from Hallam. Wins the face-off, wastes 5 seconds, dumps it down. Textbook penalty kill.
Clark of Minnesota fighting for possession. It's unclear. Michigan comes out on top.
Icing here for the Wolverines. Edwards just stumped that puck as Draper was coming back onto the ice. Good kill from the Wolverines. This Ernest Edwards, Duke, Mullenhauer crew's a little tired though, so expect a face-off win. If they win it, clear dump off, just gonna clear it and then head to the bench, bring out the next line.
Left dot. Draper versus Milstadt. Minnesota retains. That's Thomas. Attempted shot on goal. Missed. Now all the way on Minnesota's side.
Very quick period here on both sides. You know, very clean outside of the Draper hold. But both teams still, it almost seems like they're still feeling each other out. But this Mullenhauer, Ernest, Edwards, Duke, this foursome along with Draper who's in the box still out here. Legs are tired.
Back to Thomas. Deja vu. Another shot on goal. Blocked by Corpy. Minnesota retains possession. Middle shot. Fighting to keep it on their side. Thomas.
Good job by Thomas to keep that puck in the zone.
Around back.
Great stick by Mullenhauer in the slot, preventing that puck going from Milstadt. Routine save there from Corby on the Hendrickson shot from just inside the zone. Outside of that giveaway, Corby hasn't had to work very hard tonight. Michigan's doing a good job of playing clean in front of him. That Moldenhauer clear in front of the net, intended for Millstat, coming from Hendrickson, was really, really important. Millstat was open there for a goal.
Paulson versus Hage. Minnesota retains. Snugerund. Then the shot on goal. Corpy saves.
Tough angle there from Snugerud, but you never know from that angle. Corby didn't really know where it was once he kind of squeezed up there against the post, but great job, just going short side, not allowing any space in between the body and the net there from Corby.
Minnesota retains the faceoff. However, it's bounced back to Minnesota's side. Michigan has a chance for a breakaway. But then the shot on goal. Blocked. That's Solier for you. Still on Minnesota's side. Minnesota, attempting to pass it up court. Trescott keeping it on Minnesota's side.
Great job from Halem there to kind of lead the breakaway as it kind of just kicked off the boards. Had a good shot. Great save, though, by Solier.
Michigan back with possession. Edwards. Moving it to pass it. The pass mid-ice. Hage back to Edwards. Ooh, clever block by Minnesota. However, Michigan still retains possession, looking to keep it inside the middle of Minnesota's side. However, Minnesota's doing a great job with defense.
Great job by Shifsky kind of skating in as Soulier was able to freeze that puck. Horkoff, though, prior to Shifsky kind of retrieving the puck around the blue line, was calling for it in the slot, didn't really get it. Shifsky made one move, got by Millsat again, got a good shot in, but nice job by Soulier to not only make the initial save, but fall on the rebound as well. Still 0-0, just 2:37 left in the period.
Buglen versus Hughes. Left up, Minnesota side. Minnesota retains. Around the back. Up to Clark. Michigan able to retake control. Oh, it's unclear. Minnesota looks like they'll take it. Michigan with great defense. Michigan now has possession. Hage moving up. Off to Hughes.
Good glove.
Cut by Soulier.
Good job by Horkoff to enter the zone there for the Wolverines. Found Hughes on the outside. Horkoff, the 6'4" freshman of Michigan, just absolute stud. Played for the U.S. national development team early in the year before making his way to Ann Arbor about halfway through the season. Has been extremely valuable as a net for a presence. But for a 6'4" forward, can certainly handle the puck much better than you would expect.
Estapa versus Moore. Looks like Michigan is switching out. Who's going to be doing the face-off? It's now LaPont. Michigan keeping it on Minnesota's side. So they are looking to keep it in Minnesotan hands. Michigan looks like Minnesota will look like they'll retain possession over Michigan side. Wood fighting for it. Rayon Mullen able to pass it to the side away from Minnesota. But however, Minnesota takes it back over. More to Kurth. Wood unable to hold on to it. Whitelaw looking to pass it back over. And Minnesota still fighting to keep it on Michigan's side. Rayon Mullen looking to pass it up ice. Clark. Over to Kurth. Looking to pass it behind the net. However, Michigan looks like they'll retain possession. Hallam. Hage looking for a breakaway. However, stopped by 4 Gophers. Michigan. Back to Hughes. Minnesota with possession.
Good stick there by Mullenhauer to take it away from Paulson. As both teams just kind of playing in the neutral zone.
Loses his stick. Coster. Minnesota in possession. Scratch that. Good pass straight back to True Scott. Ernestine now. Ernestine up on Minnesota's side.
Yeah, one last run here for either teams as we're just about 20 seconds left in the first period.
True Scott looking to pass it up. Minnesota stops.
Yeah, looking for Draper in front. He got a stick on it, but just couldn't get all the way into Soulier. I believe Kester, the deflection just kind of went right into the M on his jersey.
True Scott moving it up on the Minnesotan side behind Minnesota's net. And that is the end of the first period. 0-0.
Interesting first period, Carter. First 10 minutes, both teams just kind of feeling each other out. Then you had the Draper penalty, which temporarily opened things up before, the Trescott clear and then the Estapa forecheck down on the other end. But pretty clean period from either side. Pretty quick period as well. But certainly just shows that these two teams are very evenly matched. One thing to note, Michigan losing the faceoff battle, 68% to 31%. That's not great. But other than that, Michigan has played very clean game. Minnesota the same way. Soulier has done a better job of rebound control than Corby. Corby's probably had to face the higher difficulty of shot selection, but very, very good period for both sides.
Very true. It is looking like a very even game so far. Both Corby and Soulier have done an amazing job on catching last-minute breaks. But also, the defense of both teams have done a very good job in making sure that it never has to come to such a catch.
Absolutely. Great points. As we will be back as we kind of head into the intermission here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're looking at the end of intermission, 45 seconds left. Both teams are coming on the ice. They've done their testing. Let's see if we'll see an even more exciting period.
Period of the long change here, so you got to be careful, especially getting your defenseman off the ice. Guys like Edwards for Michigan, guys like Kester for Minnesota, you got to be careful when you're getting off the ice here to not leave an on-man rush coming back the other way. So that's something to watch for in this period. I expect this game to open up. I thought it was going to open up after the power play. It did temporarily, and then it kind of clogged back up. But, Minnesota allows just over 2 goals a game. Michigan allows just over 3 goals a game. So this was all the way coming in, was going to be a defensive battle. I didn't expect it to be 0-0 at the end of the first intermission, but I do expect some more goals here.
Face-off, Michigan puck. Minnesota. On Michigan's side, Duke looking to retain possession for Michigan. Off the wall, fighting for it in the corner. Minnesota retains possession. It's Rizzo. Rizzo looking to pass it up the middle. However, off shot. Michigan has a great opportunity. Shifsky looking to pass the middle.
Great stretch
Earnesty.
pass. Great stretch pass from Hughes on the other side over to Shifsky, and then Shifsky was looking for Earnesty just a little too far. Minnesota went off sides here. But Minnesota had a chance of their own, but that looked like a promising opportunity, but Shifsky made one-man miss, just couldn't get the pass over to Earnesty, who was streaking down the middle.
That was kind of the theme of the first period. There were a lot of missed opportunities.
Yes.
No one quite succeeding.
Yeah, in a game like this, you're not going to get a ton of opportunities if you're on either side. Ziemer had the breakaway for Minnesota that Corpy stopped not once but twice. So you got to take your chances when you can have them.
Ziemer, Minnesota, Michigan side. Michigan takes it right back. Minnesota steals it again. Off shot on goal. Chesley keeping it on Minnesota side. Minnesota will retain on Michigan side. Minnesota successful pass to the middle. Right in the stomach of Corpy. Brilliant defense.
A little bit of a weird play too. Paulson just couldn't control it initially. So the two defensemen, Ray Mullen and Edwards, kind of went flying by him, and that just allowed a minute of opportunity for him to turn and shoot. Fortunate for the Wolverines, right at the Michigan in Corpy's chest. Easy save for the goalie.
Right side spot. Michigan retains. Michigan puck. Minnesota takes it right back. Minnesota looking for a shot on goal. Didn't happen. Michigan side taken right back. Minnesota. Wood with one defender in front of him and a lot of Minnesotans in the middle. Minnesota to shoot. Deflected off of Corpy. That was a brilliant break, but not perfect execution.
Great chance from Oliver Moore for Minnesota. What happened here, I believe it was Whitelaw. Whitelaw was skating in, and his pass was intercepted by Minnesota. And with the Michigan defenseman, Felicio, already up the ice, you had a 2-on-1 going the other way against Truscott. Because, Michigan had 4 guys in the offensive zone already. They were looking to break that way. And that's why you see this game open up.
Minnesota takes Michigan side. Koster with the shot. Wasn't successful.
A good stop by Corpy.
Moldenhauer with the puck on Minnesota's side. Hallam looking to keep it. Michigan keeps off the side. Duke. Beautiful catch by Solier. It was a long shot, and Solier manages to keep it for Minnesota.
Duke knows he missed an opportunity here. He looked up at Hallam. Hallam looked back at him. He was looking for a tip from Hallam, and it just got too high where Hallam couldn't, bring it back in, and that allowed kind of Solier to come over and pick it off with his left glove. But Duke was looking for Hallam in front of the net as kind of a net front presence just to chip it in, but nobody home.
Left side spot. Minnesota inside. Estapa versus Falloon. Michigan keeps. Edwards with a shot. Right in the knees of Solier.
I think Estapa got a tip on it too, coming across the middle after the faceoff, just right directly in front of the net. But we're already seeing, yeah, Estapa did just chip it in right off the M of Solier, but we're already kind of seeing this game open up a little. Both teams kind of finding their way. We're getting more offensive zone faceoffs. Goalies are having to freeze it a little bit more.
Estapa and Hewlin. Minnesota retains. Off the back, Minnesota's puck. Ooh, wide open goal! A lot of confusion here. Corpy is down.
Another whiff by Michigan defenseman. I believe this time it was Haiti. I could be mistaken, but this allowed Mason Nevers to come back the other way. And he had his initial shot saved by Corpy. And then as he was going for the rebound, just kind of got up right onto Corpy, kind of hit him in the head with his knee, I believe. Trainers staff out to look at Corpy, but that's the second time that a Michigan defenseman has just flat out whiffed, leading to an opportunity for Minnesota. The first time it was Zemer, this time it was Nevers. And, you know, Corpy's okay. Loganstein is the backup tender for Michigan. As I said, a senior graduate student, fifth-year senior, came from Ferris State, has been rock solid this year. Corby, the 6'4" freshman, looks like he's going to stay in for the time being. I don't see Stein making a move off the bench, but certainly a dangerous collision there.
Both sides have certainly gotten more aggressive. Minnesota almost had that point.
Yeah, Corby's going to stay in. But both sides just, as you said, Carter, just getting more aggressive. You see the game start opening up with teams having to travel a longer distance to go to the bench. And we've gotten, this is now our 9th offensive zone faceoff for either side already in this period, which we're just 2.5 minutes in. But, you know, this is the second time, I've never really seen this, where two Michigan defensemen have whiffed on the puck. Felicio, the first time, I believe that time was Haiti. I could be mistaken on that. But just something that you don't really see often, contributing to 2 breakaway opportunities for Minnesota. Probably the 2 best opportunities either team has had in this game.
Michigan puck. Trescott.
Yeah, deflected off of Middlestat there. Was able to get his stick as Trescott was just trying to swing it around the boards, try and get some ozone time there for the Wolverines. Face off back out of central ice.
Clark and Hughes. Back to Michigan, but Lamb of Minnesota keeps it. However, it's going around the back of Michigan's side. Minnesota fighting for it to retain. However, Michigan passes it around the back, and they'll keep it.
Yeah, Falloon was working hard on that forecheck for the Gophers.
Missed pass by Michigan. Still on Michigan's side. Michigan looking to clear. Faulty pass to Trescott. Trescott around the back of Minnesota. Shifsky fighting for it. Werner looking to pass it back. Duke left side around the back.
Oh, right in front of the crease. Great idea from Duke.
Hughes. This is still a Michigan possession. Hughes with a field pass. Now Lamb's puck over on Michigan's side.
Yeah, both teams heading for a change after that one. Hughes was just trying to thread the needle to Trescott in the slot, just unable to do so. But good zone time there for the Wolverines.
Snugarun not able to complete on a Michigan shot.
It's going to be a tripping penalty here coming up either against Draper or Duke. I believe it was Duke. Or I could be wrong. Draper. Yes, it is Draper. Draper going to the box again. Trip on Snuggleroo, just got inside, just kind of got his stick just tied up in the skates as Michigan's going to have to go in the kill for the second time here today. Fans are going to like that one because Draper was kind of had the puck on him, but it's a trip by every definition of the word. So Michigan have to go here and try and kill another penalty.
Minnesota retains. Renzo passing it up. Michigan fighting hard. Michigan's puck.
Great stick by
Hughes.
Ernest.
All the way to the back of Minnesota.
Yeah, Ernest able to kind of just punch that puck along the boards to Hughes, who's able to get the clear down and then head off the bench. Very efficient penalty killing from TJ Hughes.
You pass the Lamb. Now over on Michigan side around the back. Minnesota whiffs the return. Now it's Michigan's puck. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Edwards. Edwards looking to play it safe. All the way back to Hallam. Now over on Minnesota side. Minnesota will take it right back.
Great clear from the Wolverines again.
Renzo to Lamb. Lamb to Moore. Minnesota with the shot. Surrounding the net. Beautiful stop by Michigan. Again, the net was surrounded by Minnesotans. Now they're fighting for it in the corner. Lamb thrown into the wall. Michigan is able to clear it.
I honestly have no idea how this puck didn't go into the net. It looked like two Wolverines collided with each other. And Snugglerud had an open lane, and he passed it over to two Gophers, both of whom were denied by Truscott, who stopped the puck on a wide open net. Great play by the captain, Jacob Truscott.
Minnesota really looking up instead of a player. Koster on goal. Blocked. Michigan's possession. It's Ernest. Ernest looking to pass it back. Intercepted. That's Kurth. To Koster. Koster's now in the middle. Michigan playing hard defense. Middle shot. Zemer on goal. Faulty shot. However, can they get around the corner? No, they cannot quite. Michigan's fighting for it. Michigan now has possession.
Yeah, smart play by Ernest just to get possession of that, dump it in, get a fresh line change. Great kill there from the Wolverines. Did a great job of not allowing the Gophers to enter the zone, and then once they did, Truscott made a massive play.
Over on Michigan side. Michigan desperately looking to get the heat off of them. Almost intercepted by Minnesota right in the middle of Michigan's side. That could have been terrible. However, Michigan retains possession. Ernest passing it up. Minnesota side. Werner fighting for it. Now to Clark. Minnesota possession.
Michigan kind of just playing on their
Michigan
heels
has
right
it
now.
Minnesota possession. Over to Hughlin. Attempt on goal. Wasn't able to happen. Minnesota attempting to wrap it around the back of the goal for an attempted corner shot, but wasn't quite able to. However, Minnesota still has possession.
Again, no idea how this game is still scoreless as Corpy freezes that puck that came in from beyond the blue line. This was a wraparound chance for, I believe it was Mittelstadt. Just wrapped around, and then the puck kind of squirted out, and no one was home again. Felicio went down to a knee. Graham Mullen went down to a knee. Both teams just trying to keep the puck out of the net. Felicio just literally lied in front of the crease. Luckily, no Gopher there, able to kind of lift the puck up and over, but Michigan definitely on their heels here in this period.
Michigan certainly had some lucky breaks. Again, dancing around the net! And finally, Michigan's luck has ran out. Minnesota right in front of the goal, able to receive A really awkward pass. And Nevers able to take the shot. 1-0 Minnesota.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time. These pucks have kind of been squaring out just in front of the crease all night. Middlestat put it off of the side netting, and Corby reached his glove hand down to try and freeze it. Couldn't get there, and that led to it being kicked out, and then Nevers just kind of had a wide open net, lifted it up and out of the zone. Or lifted it up and into the net.
Hughes loses his helmet. The game is stopped. Excuse me, Draper.
Yeah, new rule, or it's been a rule in collegiate hockey, new rule in NHL. If a player loses their helmet and it's like within close to where the puck is, play stopped. If they lose the helmet and the puck goes on to the other side, they have to get off the ice.
Michigan retains. Trescott passes it up. Bent around the back of Michigan's side. Michigan retains.
Great job by Raheem Mullen to keep that puck in.
Hughes wrapping around the back again. Trescott. Hallam. Real Mullen. Minnesota intercepts. Minnesota with the puck. Minnesota looking for a pass. It's getting crazy. A wraparound attempt. Not successful. Moldenhauer shoots it over to Minnesota's side.
Minnesota's had their way just going behind the net and just looking for somebody in the middle. They've been able to do that all game. Michigan's going to have to find a way to tighten it up. That's how the first goal was scored. That's how a couple other chances have come about.
Michigan's puck. Whitelaw. Swarmed by Minnesotans. Duke keeps it on Michigan's side. Ooh, failed pass. Minnesota's puck. We're back on Michigan's side again. Minnesota retains control. Michigan takes it right back. Estapa around the back. Minnesota again with the change in possession. Now we're back to Michigan. Whitelaw looking to pass it up. Again, swarmed.
Michigan just having an incredibly tough time right now getting any sort of offensive zone entry. They're just playing dump and chase, and the forecheck really hasn't been good enough for them to set up their offense.
Moldenhauer unable to retain possession. Fighting for it in the back. Edwards with it on Minnesota's side. Hage. Felicio with an attempt on goal. However, the puck is so close to the net. There's enough players for Michigan to score here. Oh, and not quite.
Soulier had no idea where the puck went and went off of Ethan Edwards in the front, just kind of bounced around. Edwards was there, Moldenhauer was there, Hayes was also there. Just somebody was trying to just find a way to put it in the net, but able to freeze the puck is Soulier, and leading to an offensive zone faceoff here for Hage.
This is Michigan's really first big break since the start of the second period. Michigan retains possession. Moldenhauer. Werner fighting for possession. Fighting to keep it. Now Moldenhauer.
Great work by Werner. Somebody's got to help him along the boards on that one. Just really, you can't do it all yourself. Werner just was trying to find something, but nobody was coming open.
Oka fighting for it. A fight in the corner. Ernest passing all the way up to Edwards. Edwards down a stick.
Yeah, it's going to be a penalty. It's going to be a slash. Pretty obvious penalty here. Edwards was going to be in clean. He shot it, and it was initially blocked by Brody Lamb. And as the puck came back out, Edwards was looking to go up the left side of the ice and find somebody in the middle. And as he got his control, Brody Lamb just took his stick, just hit Edwards on the wrist, and that's going to be the first power play of the game for the Michigan Wolverines.
Michigan, after really struggling the second period with a power play, it could very much again be on even footing. However, Michigan has not done the best at finishing off their setups.
I mentioned it about, I would say about 2.5 minutes of game clock ago. Michigan just was unable to set up their offense. Their forecheck was poor. They were kind of just dumping and chasing it, but weren't able to get possession of the puck. Weren't able to set, guys up on the point, guy in the net front. Weren't able to do that for basically this entire period. And then Werner had a great forecheck. Mullenhauer had a good forecheck. You got two great opportunities off of them. One was the one that went off Edwards, Hage in the front of the net. And then the second one was a really nice tic-tac-toe play. Went back out of Trescott at the point, over to Edwards. Edwards gets slashed, you get power play. And now with 9:42 left in the second period, you have a chance, if you're the Wolverines, to tie this game up.
This will be a face-off of Minnesota's right side point.
Yeah, Hughes, Horkoff, Hage, Shifsky, Edwards out there. Building goes nuts as Luca Fantilli's brothers in the house. But Horkoff, obviously at 6'4", going to be kind of the net front presence. Edwards, one of the best offensive defensemen in the country, going to be running the point on this.
Michigan looking to keep it tied. Not looking for a pull away.
Big face-off win by Hughes.
Edwards. Edwards up the middle. Attempted shot. Missed. Trescott back to Edwards. Up to Hugh. Another beautiful attempt, but again, not quite able to score.
Yeah, Edwards' initial shot was blocked by Moore. Great puck retrieval by Horkoff. Got over Edwards. Had Hage on a one-timer. Got the shot up exactly where he wanted it. But Soulier made a very nice save coming over. Able to deflect that one out, up and out play.
Left side point. Minnesota has it. Over on the Michigan side, Edwards able to easily handle it. Looking. He's keeping it.
Yeah, and just something to update here. When the Wolverines, we had a quick little game break before the power play. Corpy went to the bench. It's Logan Stein now in net for the Michigan Wolverines. Corpy probably out due to that head injury. I wouldn't be shocked if he comes back in, though. Hasn't gone down to the locker room.
Edwards to Horkoff. Another failed attempt by Michigan. Edwards to Shifsky. Hughes. Edwards. Hage. Again, fighting in.
Great opportunity by Hughes. Just try to lift it up with the backhand over the right pad of Soulier. Wasn't able to do so there.
Hage to Edwards. Edwards to the slap shot. Another missed opportunity.
Great play by Hughlin, laying out and being able to block that puck up and out of the zone. That was a really, really solid, minute of power play there for the Wolverines. Able to kind of get some rotations and had guys switching, had guys switch out. Able to rotate nicely around the dots in the power play. Got a couple really good looks at it. Hughes' chance was probably the best as the second power play unit comes out now.
Michigan keeps it. Trescott looking to pass. Looking to put in the middle. Michigan not quite successful.
Yeah, Hallam tried to go through the legs there. Right idea. Moore was able to clear it, though, for the Gophers. But, again, this is really, really solid offensive zone time here for the Wolverines.
Whitelaw. Well, Holm. Keeping it safe, keeping it in the back. Looking to move up. However, Minnesota snags it away. Minnesota with a wide open opportunity and misses it.
Again, Ziemer gave it up into Moore, who had a breakaway, and that's tough first shot to face if you're Logan Stein, having come into this game. Went through his legs. I think he got a stick on it, but he didn't know where he was. I think Stein thought it went in, but Stein just able to do just enough with his left skate to deflect that away from the net.
Minnesota retains possession. How does Snuggerud? Another attempted shot. Right in the gut of Stein. Logan Stein, the new goalkeeper for Michigan.
Yeah, shot came in from the right dot from Falloon. Stein's done a pretty good job of these last 2 shots here. Cameron Corpy's going to head back to the locker room with that head injury, so it's most likely going to be Logan Stein for the remaining 27-26 of this contest here.
Power play's over. Michigan lost a big opportunity. Michigan almost loses it to Minnesota, and they do. No! Michigan keeps it. Draper fighting to keep possession. Minnesota takes it right back. Paulson. Possession is still unclear. Both teams are scrambling for it. Now clearly in Minnesota's hands.
Yeah, we're just seeing, Michigan try and dump and chase it, able to kind of protect their own, zone right now and just able to clear it, but not able to gain entry into the zone at all, not able to set up their offense. Minnesota's doing just a really good job of playing stout, solid defense. You have to give the Gophers credit.
William Mullen looking to pass it up. And so, Ernest looking to wrap around back. Caught by Minnesota. Moore with possession. Moore fighting to keep possession. Still Minnesota's puck.
Yeah, good forecheck by Ernest for a little bit. Not able to get the puck, but forces the turnover here in the neutral zone.
Michigan takes it right back. Michigan with a failed attempt to Edwards. However, he is able to scramble for it. Minnesota takes it right back. Again, Michigan cannot keep a possession.
Phenomenal job by Rinzel there to just chip it once, twice up and out of the zone.
A couple attempts on goal. Stein doing a great job at keeping himself safe. However, Minnesota looking for another attempt.
Another chance for Minnesota there where you had about 3 Michigan players and Stein, so 4 of the 6 players on the ice for the Wolverines within the crease, like protecting the net. So just a couple weird little puck luck bounces here for the Gophers have kind of led the Wolverines to scramble on the defensive end here, especially in the second period.
Still on Michigan's side. Minnesota still maintains possession, looking to clear it up. Oh, possession unclear. Hage is able to recover it. Back to Hage. Around back of Minnesota. Michigan keeping possession. That's Hage. Hage setting up for home. Missed shot on goal.
Great forecheck there from Michael Hage, and that's what I'm trying to, talk about. When Michael Hage is able to get the possession in the offensive zone, tries to find Halem just misses wide.
Hage off the bar. Michigan not having the best luck.
Yeah, Hage and Moldenhauer put it off the outside of the right post. Wasn't clear, but post saves the Gophers once again.
Duke misses the recovery. Minnesota, that's Gruba. Attempt on goal. Saved. Attempted wraparound. Stopped by Michigan. Michigan now has possession. That's Fantilli.
That puck was dangerous for a second. It went off of Horkoff and off of Lamb. If Clark for Minnesota was able to kind of turn around, he would have seen nothing but ice in front of him before Stein.
Minnesota fighting to retain possession on their side.
Michigan playing a more aggressive forecheck now.
Minnesota having a hard time clearing it from their side. Lamb not able to recover quite so well. Fighting for it. Triscott. Good attempt by Felicio. Another attempt on goal.
I think
failed one.
I think Truscott's been the Wolverines' best player here tonight. Has saved the goal on one hand, has been playing really, really solid defense. Able to recognize Felicio was open there. Just Felicio put it in his Souliere. But I think Truscott's been absolutely phenomenal here tonight. As we get replay, Moldenhauer's off the post. But this is an aggressive forecheck. Rather than having one guy going, now they're having 2 guys pressure the puck. And then the other 4 kind of just loop back behind. Wolverines definitely recognize that a more aggressive forecheck is needed to kind of steal a goal from these Gophers.
Face off. Minnesota's right point. Minnesota retains. Snegerud. Another attempt on goal, however, blocked once again. Minnesota had a chance! Minnesota capturing a missed pass. And this time Stein was just not able to cover it. That is a second point for Minnesota.
Yeah, this one's not on Stein. Philip Lapointe turns it over to Zamir. And what happens is Zamir, whiffed on the first attempt. So Stein's already out of the net. And then once eventually, the skill's actually going to be called back. It's going to be called back for offsides. It appears, fortunately for the Wolverines, that Matthew Wood was just offsides. They're reviewing this pretty in depth. They're going to have to go back to the monitor. I can't tell if they're looking at Matthew Wood or Beckett Hendrickson. But going back to the goal real quick. Zamir whiffed initially. Stein came out. And then as Zamir was able to kind of get his footing, he put it through the 5-hole of Logan Stein as he was already out, leading to that goal. So it appears like a soft goal from Logan Stein. It's not on Stein at all. Philip Lapointe gives the puck up in his own zone, which the Wolverines have done a great job of avoiding thus far, as the referees are still checking the monitor here. And there's a decent chance this one's overturned, Carter. As I'm seeing a replay here again quickly.
Michigan looking for a little bit of luck they just have not had.
Ooh, that is extremely close. As if the puck passes the blue line. I can't tell if they're looking at, it appears that they're looking at Matthew Wood, not Beckett Hendrickson, who was kind of coming through the middle. Ethan Wood had control of the puck. This is as close as it gets.
Michigan praying that the game doesn't run away from them. 3 minutes in the second period, a whole third period left. However, Minnesota looking to really chain a few points together. They've had their opportunities. Michigan has many times gotten lucky or have had some great defense by the goalies. It's close. Wow, and they call it back. Minnesota, who we all thought had 2, is now back down to 1.
Very, very fortunate for the Wolverines on what was just a gross turnover, and then kind of unfortunate that Seymour missed it on the first one, but was able to recuperate and put it through the 5-hole of Stein. Very, very fortunate that this was getting a call back for offsides, though.
Michigan retains. Duke.
There's a couple things that you look for, in hockey as big momentum swings. It could be one shift, one hit. One can be an overturned goal.
Oh! And right after Minnesota's turned back shot, finally a little gap opens up on the right side of the goal between the goalie's knee and the pole, and Michigan is finally able to capitalize. We talked about this game not running away from Michigan. It looks like they'll get their hopes granted.
I was in the middle of saying it. I said, there's certain things that can shift the momentum of a hockey game, right? It can be one shift. It can be one big hit. In this case, it's an overturned call. Tyler Duke skates in, gave all the credit in the world to Tullier, made great first save, but Shifsky in the crease able to kind of get the backhand, put the rebound back in, and knot this game at 1. Great job by the Wolverines to bounce back there. 2-goal swing in the last minute.
Nevers. Back to Nevers. To Thomas. Chelsea keeps it over on Michigan's side. Taken by Duke. Michigan possession. Hallam, a clever snag, keeps it. Mollenhauer looking to score again! And the goal is knocked into place.
Oh, Michigan is livid right now. Michael Hage had some choice words for the referee. He was in clear coming off the left side, and Soulier, as he's getting into the butterfly, kicks the right post out and dislodges the net. Michigan is visibly upset. Referee's over to talk to Brandon Rudo.
Wow.
Because Michael Hage had a goal. He had Soulier beat on his glove side. It was going to be 2-1 Wolverines. And Soulier just knocks the post off its little stance here. And interesting 2 minutes here. We've had a goal get overturned, a goal scored, and a would-be goal get, unfortunately, doesn't happen there for the Wolverines as the post gets dislodged.
The irony of momentum is that even though it can cause you to have a long line of success, at any moment it can turn. And it looks like it might be turning in Michigan's favor. Hallam. Hallam to Hughes. Another shot on goal!
That one came from Hage, slap shot in the slot there. Hage was open again in the slot. He's livid. He's just skiing around the ice, seeing red right now.
Minnesota retains possession. It's Huglin to Renzel. However, great stop by Michigan. Michigan with possession. Werner looking to keep it around the back.
Yeah, Werner made a phenomenal defensive play. Renzel tried the toe drag. Werner able to poke it away, and then actually gets taken out by Renzel. Could have been called for interference, but clean play.
Draper with possession. Minnesota side. Fighting for it. Horkoff to Duke. Oh! And a rebound shot on goal! This wasn't a major attack. It was a first shot on goal that deflected off a Michigan player very close to the net, and there it goes, straight in.
Yeah, Keenan Draper got the deflection, and I don't even think he was looking at the net. Quite honestly, this is one of the better deflections that you're going to see. Horkoff dumps into Duke. Yeah, Draper's not even looking at the net. Actually, an unbelievable play from Keenan Draper. Just kind of sticks his stick out and gets the backhand to go back in the net. Unreal play by Keenan Draper. That's 2 goals in just under 2 minutes for the Wolverines. I mean, talk about a momentum swing. I mean, you don't see this often where goal gets called back, 2 goals come immediately after.
Michigan, number 12, up on number 4, Minnesota.
Game hasn't restarted yet. Looks like a clock issue. They're just having some trouble.
Soulier on that goal had it completely covered. The deflection was everything to make it into that small window on the right side of the net.
Unreal deflection by Keenan Draper. That's one of the better deflections that you're going to see, especially at this level, but even in the pros, just a special play.
Truscott keeping it on Michigan's side. Another shot on goal. Deflected. Truscott right back to him again. Ooh, a failed attack. However, Michigan is able to recover. It's Edwards.
Yeah, Edwards just won the foot race for Zimmer, who's looking to get his goal back.
Minnesota has a chance. Wow, an unforeseen breakaway. However, they were not able to capitalize.
Yeah, Paulson won the puck, dumped it off to Zimmer in the slot. He misses wide, goes off the glass, out of play. But 45 seconds left in this one for the Wolverines to hold on. And what honestly was the worst 10 to 12 minutes of hockey that they've played all game to start the period. If they have this period 2-1, I'm very, very fortunate.
Left spot, Michigan side. Michigan wins. Michigan possession, passing it up the ice. However, Minnesota snags it right back. Renzel passing it up to Moore. Michigan takes it right back. An attempted pass to Wood, unsuccessful. Haig has a possible chance of goal. Unable to happen. Wood, however, missing the pass. Duke keeping possession for Michigan.
Hage is going to get another one tonight. I can just feel it after that one.
However, Minnesota is fighting for their another one. However, again, another successful stop. Moldenhauer to Estapa. Around the back of the ice. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the second period. What a period. We asked for more excitement, and we got it.
I mean, I thought it would open up. It didn't for the first 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden the goals kept flowing. Was 2 for each side. One of Minnesota's got taken away due to the offsides on Matthew Wood there. But Michigan needs a split. They need a split in this series against Minnesota, one of the teams on the bubble. And it's that time of the year where you kind of got to start looking around and seeing what's going on in the rest of Division I hockey. Teams on the bubble such as UMass, right, tied 1-1 with BC right now. Ohio State up 2-1 on Wisconsin. Northeastern up 2-0 on UMass Lowell. Teams on the bubble, right, have to win these games. Michigan splitting last week was massive. They have to split this weekend as well before they have, next weekend off, and then they go to Ohio State for 2 very, very key matchups. So the Wolverines have to just keep this lead into the third period just to kind of keep this momentum. Don't make tomorrow a must-win game. If you can win this one and then win tomorrow, that's even better. But just win this one. Focus on this third period. You have Logan Stein coming in for Cameron Corby, who's exited around 9 minutes left in the second period. Keep this up for the Wolverines. We will take a break for second intermission. We will be back with coverage of the third period shortly, what should be a fun one in Yost. Welcome back to Yost Ice Arena. I'm Mourtzinos and Carter Rupert. Our play-by-play guy will be back in just a second. Just over 30 seconds left in overtime, but let's set the stage for you guys real quick. 2-1 Michigan Wolverines. Michigan Wolverines need to hold on to this one. TJ Hughes extends his point streak to 14 games, the longest in college hockey, tied for the longest in college hockey. Michigan has a chance to pull off the upset here at Yost Ice Arena without their starting goaltender, Cameron Corby, who's been injured. Looks like Logan Stein will remain the goalie for the third period as well here in this one. We're back in Ann Arbor. Puck about to drop.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to it. A strange yet very fortunate momentum switch from Michigan. Let's see if Minnesota can take it back. Minnesota puck. Up to Clark. Looking to loop it around back of Michigan's side. Still Minnesota puck. Taken by Michigan. Shifsky looking to keep it. Loses it. Minnesota's puck.
Yeah, I expect Michigan to play aggressive to start and then kind of settle in. Minnesota's going to just settle into their game. There's still so much time left in this one. But it should be a fun third period regardless.
Hughes, shot on goal. Missed. Minnesota's puck. Michigan keeps it. Up to Werner. Minnesota takes it right back. Steamrolling towards Michigan's side. Attempt on goal. Not able to make it.
Good job by Stein there, deflecting the rebound out wide as well.
Ziemer looking to take it. Minnesota with a possible shot, wasn't able to take it, but goes to Thomas. Thomas looking to set up for goal. Stops it.
Phenomenal job by Stein coming out of his crease there, being big, cutting off the angle. Good stop for Stein to start this third period off. Nice little confidence builder for the Wolverines.
Michigan fighting to keep it out of their side.
This puck was centered. Keenan Draper kind of redirected it, but Stein able to just kind of knock it away there, get his pads down.
There's Mullen, able to pass it out. Minnesota side, but also Minnesota puck.
Yeah, Draper's been on the ice almost 2 minutes now. You're going to hope to get him off soon.
Minnesota whiffing a steal and then whiffing a pass.
Great stick from Whitelaw. Kurth had Wood streaking. He would have had a one-on-one with Stein, but Whitelaw able to just get his stick out in front.
Edwards takes it right back. All the way up to Hayes. Attempt the shot. Unable to be made.
Yeah, he was looking for Mollenhauer, back post. He was open. Just a little too far once again, but I still think Hage puts his stamp on this game in some way after he was kind of robbed of that goal late in the second.
Over on Michigan's side. Edwards collecting the loose puck on the back of Michigan's goal.
Yeah, Michigan just trying to work through no turnovers in their own end. Just play smart, D-to-D passes, make the simple read here.
Up to Hullum. Hullum looking to pass towards the middle. Up to Fantilli. Hallam. Missed pass on goal.
Yeah, nice job by him to just kind of corral that puck after.
Fantilli. Fantilli up to Whitelaw. Whitelaw. Attempt on goal. Unable to complete.
Good shot by Whitelaw. Good save by Sulieri. Whitelaw was kind of looking to go far side, down low. And Sulieri just able to kind of stick out his right pad and able to freeze that one. But Wolverines just have to play smart in this situation, right? If you're your defenseman, if you're Fantilli, if you're Duke, if you're Edwards, if you're Felicio, if you're one of those guys, right? You don't need to make the stretch pass every time here in this one. Don't risk any odd-man rushes. Just get the puck D-to-D, clear the zone, be smart, get good offensive zone time.
Falloon, Minnesota, looking to keep it on Michigan's side. However, Ray Mullen able to pass it back. Michigan's puck. Shifsky. wrap around Minnesota's side. No one's able to receive it. Now it's all the way back on Michigan's. Ray Mullen sitting behind the goal. Ray Mullen moving up. Ray Mullen taking it by himself. Never mind, pass to Hughes. Hughes back to Ernest, and Ernest missed shot and goal. Michigan keeps possession. Edwards, Triscott.
Good hustle by Werner on the forecheck there.
Minnesota looking to take back possession. And it looks like they have it. Over to Thomas. Shot all the way over to Michigan side. Michigan to Werner. Minnesota again regains possession. A real back and forth here, ladies and gentlemen. Not too much action. Koster now with the puck. Minnesota possession.
Michigan doing a great job just not giving Minnesota anything that they can jump on right now. Minnesota doing the same.
Snuggerud with a possible breakaway. Oh, falls. Minnesota's Koster looking to chase it all the way back to Minnesota side. However, Soulier keeps it for himself.
Yeah, good job on the clear there. Fortunate for the Wolverines, went off the boards and then was headed on net. So Soulier had to touch it, got an offensive zone face-off out of it for the Wolverines. So definitely win as the Hage, Hale, and Mullenhauer lines can be out there along with the Fantilli and Duke pairing for this upcoming face-off.
Right spot, Minnesota side. Minnesota takes it. It's number 55, Gruba. Oh, it's a number 10. Kurtz. Duke of Michigan. Change of possession again. Minnesota. That's Wood. Oh, it's a Moore. Wasn't able to keep it. Duke takes it right back. Fantilli fighting for it. Minnesota doing well to keep it on Michigan's side. Fantilli fighting for it. Broken out, except it's to Minnesota. Kurtz. Kurtz with a shot on goal. Blocked.
A good save by Stein there. Again, great rebound control. Something that he has been better at than Corpy this year is rebound control. So
Minnesota looking for a shot. Blocked. Gruba. In a place called dead.
The offsides here. Again, I think it's hard to explain, but there was a point where this game was 2-0 Minnesota, and the goal gets taken off because Matthew Wood is offsides, and you could just see a different way in how the Wolverines were skating. Immediately reward with a goal, then a minute 50 seconds, another goal comes. This game has really switched in a 3-minute span right now.
That's absolutely right, Perry. It's been a weird change of momentum happening, and neither side seems to really have any right now. A true split battle. No one's got the clear advantage right now.
Phenomenal job there by Trescott to get the puck out.
Up to Whitelaw. Whitelaw chasing Minnesota territory. It's wrapping all the way back around. Ray Mullen misses his catch.
Wolverines going to get an offensive zone face-off here as a result of that icing. But extremely, because it's so late in the season and there's so many teams on the bubble this year, that the fact of the matter is that Michigan's postseason hopes may have just flipped in a 3-minute span. And it's something that, you really can't overlook here in this one. Just how important that is. Obviously, Michigan has to play the last 13-28 of this game clean, which is a very tall task to do against this Gophers team.
Minnesota retains possession. Michigan State fighting for it. Doing really well against a 1v3. However, Michigan does retain it. Michigan keeps it, fighting for it. Minnesota has it. Minnesota looking for a setup in the middle. Missed shot.
Great back check from TJ Hughes there just to hurt Renzel's chance at getting a chance at that, but that all started due to another Felicio whiff.
Renzel looking up to take it himself. Minnesota now has it in the very empty back. Michigan keeping it close to the goal. Minnesota looking to spread it out.
A great shift for the 5-out right now on the Wolverines.
That's Renzel, missed shot. Felicio almost had possession to Huglin. Took it away from him. A scrum behind the net. Up to Coster. Coster not knowing what to do. Tosses it all the way back to Lamb, who's right next to the goal looking for a wraparound. Too many Michigan players.
Good job by TJ Hughes to finally lay a body on the Gophers. And finally, Michigan able to clear.
Urgency.
Brutal ability there from the Wolverines to clear. Felicio made a nice save on a Renzel shot, and then Renzel's slap shot missed wide as well.
Michigan having an option. Michigan wide open back. Looking for a long shot, maybe on goal. Chillier holds it.
Yeah, Fantilli, the puck came out to him. He didn't really love the shot. Turned it over to Duke, who kind of got it before it came all the way over to his left shot. So had to take an extra beat, sent it over to Werner, who had a nearly impossible angle and saved by Soulier.
Face off, left point, Minnesota side. Michigan takes it. Duke looking for a shot. Deflected by Soulier.
Great idea by Duke.
Sugard looking to take it all the way up. Mantelli looking to now bring it back the exact other direction. A lot of back and forth.
Give me an icing.
Both teams seem to be really struggling to gain the momentum that they've had in their differing periods.
Yeah, this is very, very similar to the first period, how that kind of played out, right? Just a lot of neutral zone battles, a lot of dump and chase, but the teams aren't really able to get a great forecheck. That's kind of been the story this period, whereas the second period, you know, Minnesota came out firing, and then Michigan kind of had a nice little 5-minute stretch where they were the better team. And then there's play pretty even, but as a whole, this game has been incredibly even.
Face off. Michigan's left spot. Michigan recovers. Warner takes it and places it all the way back in Minnesota's side. However, Minnesota takes it right back. Now we're back on Michigan's side. Fantelli looking to keep possession to stop an open shot. Wild fighting in the left corner.
Yeah, great job by Fantilli to prevent Zimmer from getting that puck there.
Duke with a hard hit. Zeimer looking to do something with it. Through the legs of Hallam. Snugerard looking for a possible corner to take. Fantelli looking to clear it. Fantelli with the puck behind the net. Passing to Duke. Duke dancing with the referee. Fantelli back with the puck. Passes it up the ice. However, intercepted by Thomas. Falloon. Moore. On goal. Beautiful catch.
Good glove save there by Stein. Very back and forth right now. Minnesota certainly looks like the better team, but it's really not all that far away. And Michigan just keep on getting possession of the puck, chipping out of the zone. Minnesota goes back the other way. And they're not getting great opportunities either. The best opportunity came from Renzel on the right dot. But other than that, it's been very controlled defensively from Michigan, clearly just trying to play mistake-free hockey.
Michigan with a chance of taking it up the ice. Whitelaw loses it to Wood. Wood to Moore. Moore streaking down. Passes it off to the side. That's Falloon. Taken from the back. Chesley almost with a chance to take it. Chesley with it again. Another shot. close for Michigan.
Yeah, the initial shot from Chesley went off of Stein's pads and kind of kicked back out towards the slot. Ernest was the first guy on it. Couldn't clear it. Thomas caught it, put it down, and got it back over to Chesley. So that's one where if you're Michigan and if you're Brandon Naruto, the head coach, you want that puck out of the zone from Ernest there. You don't want that to come back in for a second opportunity, because now all of a sudden Stein had to make another save. He had to freeze the puck, and now it's an offensive zone faceoff, all coming as a result because Ernest was unable to clear that puck.
Michigan fighting to retain their lead.
Bubble teams, I'll give you a quick update on some other bubble teams. Division 1, UMass now up 2-1 over number 1 ranked BC. UMass Lowell still losing 2-0 at Northeastern. Penn State's up at home over Notre Dame 4-3. Ohio State's up 3-1 against Wisconsin. And then the big one, Quinnipiac's up on Union 3-2, and Omaha and Western Michigan are tied. So Michigan, this is becoming close to a must-win game, because if all these other bubble teams win, and if most of these scores hold, Michigan needs to keep control of this game and win this one.
There'll be a face-off. Right spot, Michigan side. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, to break down what happened in 2 seconds, right after the face-off, Minnesota takes it, passes it to a player in the middle, and it's an easy shot on goal. Not a lot of energy from the crowd. It happened so fast. It's now 2-2.
Yeah, that puck went off of Huglin's skate. He won the face-off, and Jimmy Clark was able to get his little stick on it and just able to toe drag it past Michael Hage, and they got a shot that snuck through between the glove and the torso of Logan Stein. That's one that Logan Stein's going to want back. That's a save that he usually makes. Just unfortunate to kind of give that one up, and now it's a 2-2 game.
Michigan no longer with their lead. 2-2. Looking to pass it all the way back into the Minnesota backfield. Fighting for possession. Lost stick. Minnesota with it. All the way up to Hughes. Hughes to Shifsky, who takes it all the way back into the Minnesota back ice. Minnesota back with possession. It's Mittelstadt. Dancing around, looking for someone to pass to. Long pass. Deflected. Michigan just trying to breathe. Zeimer with the puck. All the way up to Chesley. Thomas! Missed opportunity again.
Stein's had to make a couple big saves back there. And going back to the Minnesota goal, right? A lot of people are going to remember that Stein couldn't make the save. But what people forget is that Michigan failed to clear it before, leading to that offensive zone faceoff, and as a result, that goal.
Minnesota doing some complex play to get it down the ice. Michigan's able to hold on. Edwards is with the puck. Off to Hage. Round robin off of Minnesota's back. Minnesota back with the puck, back with possession. Both sides doing a very simple back and forth. Michigan keeps it. Michigan has a chance to shoot on goal. And it's taken away. However, long shot, but slow, easy to defend. Minnesota takes possession back. Moore loses his handling. That's up to Horkoff, who also loses it. It's up to Falloon, who also loses it.
A couple great chances there for Keenan Draper specifically. Unable to be on the other end of the cross, that puck that came across the crease, and then he had a wraparound that was just stonewalled by Soulier's left pad. Gotta give Soulier credit for holding up back there.
Minnesota with the puck. Rinzel passes it up. Falloon looking to take it. Falloon around the back of the net. Doesn't seem to have a chance to go round robin. An attempted pass back to Falloon is intercepted. It's Hughes. To Shifsky. To Ray and Mullen. Around the back. Minnesota will take possession. Minnesota taking it up the middle. Minnesota with possession. Ray and Mullen now attempting to pass it up to Werner, who graciously accepts. And like always, we're going around the back, except goalie takes it. Play is stopped.
Minnesota has just appeared more composed thus far in this one. Or in this period, I should say. They had their stretch early in the second period, and I thought that Michigan, for the most part, was able to survive it. Michigan went by, scored their 2 goals, but now Michigan chasing. Feels like they're chasing almost in this one.
Duke to Edwards. However, the completion isn't done. However, Duke has it right again back in Michigan's side. Edwards looking to pass it up. It's Duke. Duke loses it. Clark's puck. Minnesota side. Minnesota looking to do something with it. Snuggerud. Snuggerud still has possession. 3-man defense on him. Looking to pass inside. Looking to pass around. So many opportunities. Yet they just can't quite complete it. Michigan does some great defense.
Yeah, puck was bouncing around there. Duke was in there for the Wolverines. Luke Milstat was in there. There's a Gopher on the ground. It appears to be Brody Lamb. Just puck kind of went up in the air, just pinballing across numerous people. But still a 2-2 game. It's going to be a penalty coming up on the Wolverines. It's going to be a trip on Tyler Duke. So now Minnesota's on a power play, and this is exactly what you do not want here if you're a Wolverines fan.
The face-off ends with Minnesota winning it. Rinzel having it for a second until Ernest actually takes it and shoots it down to Minnesota's side.
Yeah, great clear from Josh Ernest.
Minnesota has possession. Rinzel up to Lamb. Now to Snuggerud. Wood not able to make the complete shot. Wood with it again. Rinzel. Back to Wood. Going for a slap shot. That was Moore. Moore with the incomplete follow-through. Earnestly able to clear it out of Michigan's side. We're back over on Minnesota's.
Big clear from Josh Ernest. Those guys were tired. Truscott was out there. Draper was out there. But good kill thus far from the Wolverines.
Wood trying to pass it around. 2 missed catches by Minnesota. A very dangerous clear field for Michigan. The goalie has to come up. Soulier has to clear it out himself, leaving the net. Scary for Minnesota.
Yeah, Haiti cleared it. Bounced off 2 Gophers who tried to catch it, and it kind of just leaked out to Shifsky, who was in a foot race against Soulier, who won it.
Koster fighting for it. Koster remaining control. Clark. Michigan takes it. Down the ice.
Third clear of the kill from Ernest.
Koster to Clark. Michigan looking to clear it. No one has clear possession. It's a chase towards the puck. Fantilli clears it.
Should be the last clear that they need as the penalty is going to expire. Good kill from the Wolverines. Massive kill from the Wolverines.
Fallow now has it on Michigan's side. Fallow to Rinzel. Thomas. Attempt on goal.
Good save by
Incomplete.
Stein there.
Whitelaw. Rayu Mullen. A missed shot down the ice. Over the glass.
3:07 left in this one. Wolverines survived the Minnesota power play for the third time tonight. But you've got to wonder, where is the offense coming from now? Because it's a 2-2 game. I believe it's Minnesota who's going to call a timeout here. Or Michigan, excuse me. Michigan has called a timeout. But who's it going to come from? Is it going to be TJ Hughes and his 14-game point streak that is already preserved no matter what happens tonight? Is it going to be Michael Hage, who had what was going to be a goal wiped off due to the net coming off the post? Is it going to be somebody else? Is it going to be Halem, who was so incredible early this year? Is it going to be the freshman Horikoff? Who is it going to be for Michigan to get this win here tonight? And then on the flip side, is Minnesota going to step up? Is a guy like Zemer, who's been all over the place all night, finally going to get one in? Is it going to be a guy like Hughlin? It's very, very close and such an evenly matched game. That all it's going to take is going to take one bounce of the puck, some puck luck, one shot, one misplayed play by somebody on the ice, and all of a sudden you're going to have a goal, and that's going to completely change this game.
I don't know about you, Perry, but it's looking very similar to our first period.
Yes.
A lot of back and forth. Minnesota was able to score a little bit did in the first period, but in both cases they weren't massive. Minnesota retains. Rinzel trying to pass it up. However, Michigan takes it. Duke looking to move it up. Minnesota's able to retain it. Minnesota misses the catch. Duke is first in line to receive the puck. Scratch that, the goalie who passes it right to Minnesota, and the pass is missed. Werner now has it. Werner looking for some opportunity. Pass to Hughes, who takes a long shot, not quite able to make it. Now Minnesota takes control. Scratch that. Rayu Mullen has it. And suddenly that's a stoppo with a pretty long distance to go. One bunch of people passing. Oh my goodness. What a save. Two chances, and both were stupendous blocks. Solier. Now over on Michigan side, they're fighting for possession. Falson looking to pass.
Another great save on this end by Stein. Hage was looking for Werner. Soulier came out of nowhere, made a save. Everybody in here thought winning, and then Stein made a beautiful kick save to deny the Gophers on the other side as we have under 2 minutes left.
Michigan, Trescott around the back. Michigan looking to keep possession on this Minnesotan side. Hughes attempts to pass it in. Very similar to deja vu from just a minute ago. However, again, they're just not able to complete it.
Yeah, Truscott just missed the net. He had an open net, too.
Mullenhauer looking to do something. However, it just goes right back into Minnesota's hands. Rinzel with it. Pass back. It looks like Moore is able to recover a botched pass. Nope, Michigan puck again. Michigan passes up to Draper. Draper climbing all over Mittenstadt.
I was looking for Halem, who's coming in there. Gophers go the other way.
Duke in front of Wood. Scary combo. Two Minnesotans passing between each other. Wasn't able to make it. Looking to pass it close to the net. Minnesota is struggling to do so. And with a great opportunity that they just lost, the puck is all the way back on Minnesota's side.
Oh, and the Gopher defenseman, I can't tell who that is, appears to be Chesley, actually wiped out. Unfortunately, Wolverines were heading for a change as we have about 20 seconds left.
Both teams looking to capitalize in these final seconds. Thomas. Around back. Michigan takes it. Trescott trying to find something to do with it before the clock runs out. 1-0. End of third period.
And just like that, the fans here are going to get some free hockey as we head into 3-on-3 overtime.
It's looking a lot like the first period. It was quite bland. Only a few breakouts, but once again, both teams were not able to actually complete the opportunities they had. Michigan, for example, had a glaring couple of ones where Sully had to make a diving catch to save one puck, leaving it wide open for another shot, and they just weren't able to complete it both times. Minnesota had a chance to do a couple of wraparound shots. However, even with a cluttered up lane by Minnesota, they still weren't able to complete it. Both sides have done a decent job on defense, but no one's really taking control on offense.
Yeah, Michigan's overtime record this season, 5-0-2. So if you're a Wolverines fan, knock on wood, they have not lost in overtime yet. Minnesota's overtime record is under 500, so it's just something to note there if you're a believer. I think everybody's a believer in past success, but again, 3-on-3 creates a lot of space, right? It's going to be all about possession. Who can win the face-off? Who can keep possession of the puck? Most likely it's going to be something like Halem, Edwards, and Hughes out there first for the Wolverines. Hage will come out here with possibly a guy like Horkoff and Trescott as the second line. And you might see a little Tyler Duke Fantilli action out there with a guy like Shifsky as well. So we'll see what the Wolverines can do in this one. I actually think it's going to be Shifsky and Halem along with Edwards. But Minnesota has their three guys that they're confident in. But we're going to get 5 minutes here of bonus hockey, and was quickly turned into, just looking around the rest of the country, quickly turned into borderline a must-win game for these Wolverines.
Michigan looking to pull up not only the upset, but the Big Ten upset.
It's Hughes, Edward, Halem out there for Michigan. It's Moore, Lamb, and I believe that is Luke Middleset, the defenseman, out there for Minnesota.
Minnesota retains.
Now it just comes a possession game here. You get a couple shots. It's all about puck retrieval. Once a shot is missed, Michigan has to retrieve the puck.
Middle shot to Moore. Moore looking to score! Off the chest of Stein.
Great save by Stein.
Halem looking to move it up.
Smart play by Hughes there just to stop, keep possession. He realizes that that's what's important in 3v3. They get a great look.
Pass by Hughes. Wasn't able to complete. Edwards now with possession.
Great puck retrieval by Halem to get back to Edwards. Unfortunately, Edwards just could not find Halem again as he heads to the bench. And for Michigan, Hage, Trescott, and Shifsky are now out there.
Lamb's puck. Scratch that, make it Rinzel's puck. Rinzel looking for an opportunity. He's moving upfield, he's moving fast. Back to Snuggerud. However, this shot on goal, too high.
Yeah, Hayes deflected that one out of play. Ernesti getting ready to come off the bench here for the Wolverines, as Shifsky's going to now head to the bench. But this is as close as it gets right now. Two evenly matched teams just going at it. 3:52 left for either side to score.
Michigan with possession. Michigan tossing it up. Attempt on goal. Ernesti almost with a lane. Oh, with the window open. Ernesti back with the puck.
Great job by Ernesti to win that puck back behind the Gophers net.
Ernest to True Scott.
Shifsky back out on the ice for the Wolverines.
Minnesota keeping possession. Shifsky's going for it.
Shifsky, Fantilli, Werner are your three Wolverines out there on the ice here.
However, Snugren remains with possession. We're back over to Minnesota. Shifsky. It's looking pretty open over here. Only one defender. Everyone else has came in. Shifty's opportunity is closed.
Good defense by the Gophers there. Specifically Chesley just to keep Shifsky in the corner, not allow a pass middle because Fantilli was open.
Chesley fighting to keep it. Clark looking to move it. Hallam is fighting for it.
Great job by Hallam to win that back.
Hughes. Hughes to the shot on goal. That was Edwards. Edwards in this shot. A great opportunity.
It's going to be a penalty. Hughes was tripped coming across by Chesley. Chesley may have had to make that play. I don't know if Hughes was being denied by Soulier here, but now it's going to be 4-on-3 for the Wolverines with 2:01 left. As just Michigan's done a great job, really great job in this overtime session of getting puck retrieval.
We see why they're 5-0 in overtime.
Halen's done it well. Shifsky's done it well. Ernest won it back already. And now you've got a 4-on-3 chance. You've got 2 minutes to score, essentially the entire length of the penalty. If they score on this power play, game's over. If they don't, it's going to go down as a tie.
Michigan with an opportunity here. This could be special.
Bubble teams keep on winning everywhere. UMass still up on BC. The Penn State has officially beaten Notre Dame. So now, still again, becoming more and more close to that must-win.
Michigan. Tide was supposedly the better college. Michigan close to an upset. And Minnesota is looking to secure their title, their spot, where they deserve to be.
Hallam, Hughes, Hage, Edwards out there. Once again, it's Luke Milstead. It appears to be Rinzel out there as well. It's going to be more out there for the Gophers.
Edwards with the puck. Hage looking to score. Hage passing. Missed shot by Hughes.
Yeah, just whiffed on that one.
Hughes with it. Hughes has it again.
4v3 is some of the most stressful hockey you can watch.
Oh! And ladies and gentlemen, that's the game. Edwards with the pass and shoot. Now we see why they're 5-0 in overtime. Make that 6-0.
Hughes hit Edwards on a seam pass, cross ice. Edwards, one time from the right dot, top right corner. Soulier just never had a chance. Laser from Edwards. 3-2 win for Michigan.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at this, all right? Number 2 Michigan upsets number 4 Minnesota in an already super competitive Big Ten.
Massive win for the Wolverines, especially considering who's still on the bubble. It got a little weird at times, you know. First period stagnant, third period stagnant again. You really had that 3-minute stretch in the second period, and then the overtime goal from Ethan Edwards on the man advantage in 4v3.
Oh! No way! Looks like it's under review.
So Minnesota has left the ice. The the entire bench has emptied. Most of the crowd has started to empty out. And this is going to be reviewed for goaltender interference. As they have brought fans on the ice, the cleaning crew is out here. The Gophers are skating back out. I don't think it, so they're looking at goaltender interference from Halem. The question is, was Halem in the crease? A little bit, but I don't know if he interfered with Soulier. I would be pretty surprised if this comes back. The offsides, to me was much more obvious.
It would truly be quite the stretch to say that Soulier was interfered in any way.
I would say the fans agree with me. They're heading off. They're still leaving.
And it stays! Michigan with the upset, Big Ten victory.
And Minnesota retreated to their locker room, came back out, retreating again. The celebration continues. I was going to say, I don't know when the last time I saw 2 goals overturned in the same game. But massive win from the Wolverines. They deserve it. Just very clean, composed game from them tonight. And you have to give Logan Stein credit. Coming in cold, finished out the second half of this game after Cameron Corby goes out with a head injury. Give Logan Stein some credit, made it numerous big saves down the stretch, and Ethan Edwards with the game winner.
Both Corby and Stein deserve the world. Both have sustained a lot of really good setups and shots by Minnesota, where Minnesota just either could not complete it, or he's just blocked by one of them. They were truly the last man saving Michigan, and they really did keep it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Just phenomenal game from the Wolverines here today, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure being with you tonight. This is WCBN, Michigan versus Minnesota hockey, signing off. Have a good night.